Hi, good afternoon to another edition of the Uplift. I'm Reverend Patti Paris here with you from Vision. Let's pray in and get the uplift started. I give great thanks for this day. I know that God is all there is. I know that there is one power, one presence, that power and presence has birthed the universe and continues to create. It is the power of creation that is the very drive of the Spirit, which is all of us. And I know that that Spirit that dwells within all living things, everything in the manifest universe is an outpicturing of the mind of God. It is an idea that Spirit is having, and everything is empowered with that energy, with that abundance, with that love and joy that Spirit is. It flows through every creation, every idea, every thought that Spirit has. And we know and accept that Spirit continues to create, will always create. New creations are coming and old creations are leaving, and that dynamic process of inhabiting form and abandoning form is happening all the time. It is the internal ongoingness of Spirit that is forever creating. I give great thanks for this time together. It is creating this time for us to enjoy right here, right now. And so it is. So how are you on this lovely day today? I thought I would go back to 365 Science of Mind. It's a daily devotional. It's one essay for the day for us. And I looked at this morning's, the 21st of July, and it talks about relaxing in the peace of God. And I thought, well, that's just wonderful, because I think we could all use that. I think that that's something that maybe is in short supply right now. Not that the peace of God is in short supply, but our experience of it is in short supply because of all of the things that are going on in the world today between COVID and the disruptions and the Black Lives Matter movement, which is so important for equality. The riots that are going on in the street, what's happening in Portland, what's happening with the numbers in Florida. I mean, all kinds of things can pull us off of this idea that the peace of God is always within us. And so I wanted to read to you today's 365 Science of Mind. I'm just going to read this first paragraph, and then I wanted to just delve into it a little deeper. And Ernest Holmes says this: "We often wonder if peace really exists anywhere. In a world distraught with so much confusion and chaos, we deeply need an inner abiding sense of calm and tranquility. Peace of mind really is what the world is searching after, because without it, we have only a sense of insecurity and loneliness. Without peace, deep and abiding, there can be no happiness or contentment, no sense of security, no confidence. And yet Jesus said, 'My peace I give unto you.' And the apostle said, 'The peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.'" So this means that in such a degree as we attain peace, Christ, or the anointed one, which is what the word the Christ means, the anointed one, is like that unruffled water, right? It's like the divine image of peace and love. So I wanted to just talk about that for a while. There is an idea, well, let me just put this aside. There is this idea that there is peace within us all the time. It doesn't go anywhere. Even when we are in the midst of confusion or chaos or upset or things that are just not going our way, doesn't mean that the peace has evaporated or that peace is somewhere out there that we have to find it, chase it down, haul it back to us. But the peace is forever within us. And we need to go within, really go within, to recognize that it's always there and to allow it to express through us and as us in the world. And I was reading the other day on the internet in the psychology Today magazine, they talked about even different types of peace, which I really kind of enjoyed that. I enjoyed thinking about it in that way, right? We think of peace of God, boom, that's it. But the Psychology Today magazine said this: there is what is called the peace of ease. I like that, the peace of ease. And it goes on to explain it like this: the peace of ease is that peace of relaxation and relief, and it comes in many forms. You might look out the window and just feel calmer, just seeing the trees, gently waving in the breeze, or seeing a bird building a nest or something like that. That is the peace of ease. You may talk through a problem with a friend, right? You might be on the phone and just having some sort of challenge, and as you talk out the problem, as you vocalize it and walk through it, resolution presents itself, and that provides that peace of ease. I like that, or this idea that a job well done, maybe you had a task to do, a chore to do, and upon completion, there is that exhale, right, of a job well done, of a completion. That is the peace of ease, that as you exhale slowly, there is the activation of the parasympathetic nerves, right, in your nervous system. It is that, well, that's done. I've accomplished that. Isn't that wonderful? That's behind me now. That is the peace of ease. And I really like that. I know it's a really good description of a type of peace that we can feel. Now, there's another type of peace they define in this article. They say the peace of tranquility. I love that. The peace of tranquility. When our mind and body is settled and there's no sense of deficit or disturbance, there's no struggling with anything, there's no grasping, there's no clinging. When we have absolutely gotten to that place of non-attachment, right, then we experience that peace of tranquility, that inner freedom, right? That inner freedom. It's a non-reactivity to anything in our environment. And that's a wonderful place to be, the peace of tranquility. And I know sometimes you feel that when you're just having your morning coffee maybe, and after you've come out of your meditation and prayer work, there it is right there, that peace of tranquility. All is right with the world. I'm in the world, there's enough air to breathe, I have a roof over my head, I'm sitting on my meditation cushion. Everything's perfect. The peace of tranquility. The article goes on to say the peace of awareness. This is another kind of peace we can experience. And this is a subtler kind of peace. The article said, perhaps you've had the experience of being upset. Your mind is racing. You can't get it to slow down. At the same time that's happening, you can retreat to this peace of awareness, to this place within you, your higher self, that is there right at the same time, right in the midst of the racing mind or the upset. That is simply the witness of what is transpiring, right? And that is awesome. That is the peace of awareness, that we can be the observer in our own lives and sit with whatever our body is going through, whatever our human mind is concocting. We are simply the awareness, we are the witness to what our human selves are going through. You know, that spinning out of control sometimes we do, the racing mind sometimes we do, the worry we can't stop. You know, we're spinning and spinning out of control. There is always that higher self within us that looks upon us, looks upon the situation with love, unconditional love and peace, the awareness that we're just the observers in our own lives. Oh, look at us spinning out of control. Isn't that adorable? I'm just so cute when I do that. And know that it's absolutely perfect. That is the peace of awareness. And the last one, I like this one, I think, maybe more than the others, is the peace of what is unchanging. The peace of what is unchanging. You know, everything at the world changes. Everything at the level of effect changes. All the conditions in our lives change. Nothing stays the same. But there are things in our lives that will never change. They are eternal truths. 2 + 2 will always equal 4, forever. It'll never change, right? The truth that is eternal, God is all there is, that'll never change. The truth that God is love, that will never change. So there is a peace to be found in remembering in that moment, you know, then when you might be in the midst of turmoil, or you might be in the midst of challenging moments, to retreat back into that peace of the changeless, the peace of the eternal truth of God, that there is only the one, there is only Spirit. It is the thing that will never, ever change. So I just wanted to go back to what it said in this 365 Science of Mind. In the second paragraph of today's essay, it's a little bit of a quiet prayer or a meditation. So if you'd like to take this time to just listen to my voice, close your eyes, don't look at your computer screen, just get comfortable in your seat, relax, keep your feet on the floor, get your back and your bottom comfortable in the chair, and close your eyes and just allow these words of Ernest Holmes to wash over you. Today, I enter the peace of God. My mind is stilled from all confusion. I feel a deep and abiding inward poise. Christ, the Son of the living God, the one Son begotten of the only God, is real as me. I keep my mind stayed on this divine inner presence, and I let every thought of discord slip away. I meet the reality of myself, the eternal and changeless truth about me, which is that I am an expression of God. I am one with God forevermore. There is no separation. There is no apartness. Here and now, within me, there is a voice that says, peace. Be still and know that I am God. God in me, God around me, and God through me. The divine forever incarnated and forever kept in the bosom of the Father. I glorify the name of God. I exalt in God's presence. I am that which thou art, and thou art that which I am. And that which I am and that which thou art is one and the same. Let's take a deep inhale, a deep inhaling breath. And that nice exhale of peace, and open your eyes. Have a wonderful rest of the day. May the peace of God simply flow through you, around you, as you, into the world. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, Vision. From my heart to yours, we are one. Bye-bye.